Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, this is the fabric I'll be working on. I'll be showing Mother in Celestia gown. That's their agbada that they wear on their white garments. So this pink material, I'll be using 2 yards. Then this lace material, I'll be using 5 yards of lace for this material. So I'll post the measurement on the screen right now. So without further ado, let us hop into the tutorial. So in case the length of your own measurement is not up to 30, that's in case you're using maybe 29, 27 downward, you can use the tip, like place the tip on each other like this. So you might not end up using up to 2 yards. You might end up using maybe like 1.5 yards. But I'm working with 32 inches for the length. That's why I'm using 2 yards for my own fabric. So instead of placing the two tips on each other like this, by the time I measured it, it's not up to 32 inches. So I had to place like it by sides. I had to place the tips on the sides like this. So this is what I did. I placed the two tips of the material on the sides like this. So now I'll measure out the 32 inches that I want to work on. So I'll add 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So guys, I added 1 inch to the length. So here I'm having like 33.5 inches. Let me just, so by the time I fold it, then cut it out, I'll cut out 33 inches. So I just want it SX. So this is the side. I already folded it into two. Like this is it. So I folded this part into two. So I'll go ahead and fold it again. So I folded it into 4 places like this. So now I'm going to check out the length, which is 33 inches. So remember I added 1 inch to the 32 inches. That's why I have 33 inches here. Okay, so this length, since the bust is 54 inches, so I'm making the wideness, that's divided into 4, gave me 13.5 inches. So this is the 13.5 inches divided into 4. So now I'll be adding 4 inches to it. So that gave me 17.5 inches. So I'll just measure the 17.5 inches round. So this part, I'll curve it. Let me just, from this angle, let me just come up by 4 inches here. Then I'll curve it like so. So it's going to have like a curved part here. Then the neck. So I'll make the wideness of the neck 3.5 inches. Wide the back 1.5. Then the front 4.5, depending on how wide the person wants it. But let me work on 4.5 so that by the time I finish sewing it, I'll have this 5 inches here. So this is 3.5 inches for the wideness. So I'll curve this to mix this. So this is going to be for our back, while this is going to be for the front. So let me use my French curve to do that so that I'll get a perfect circle. So the half length is 18 inches. So I'll just come up like 3 inches up. I'm going to make it like 15 inches. That's where that small rope at the side is going to be. The rope is going to be like from 15 inches. So it's going to be like this, like extended like this on the side. So some people do like 2 ropes. In case you want to do 2 ropes, you can add 1, then give another 2 inches, then add the second one. But I'll be working with only 1 rope. So I'll just notch this part, then notch this part too. So this is the back part. So this front part, I'll have to open it up so that I don't make the mistake of placing the two, cutting out the two. So just make sure you shift that inside on the way. Okay, so this back part, I'm going to like slit it. So I just slit it like 5 inches down. So I'm just trying to look at the down part so that I don't end up cutting it. So it's on the middle. You can see this gated line. So that's what I traced out now. Okay, so now to cut out the facing. So I folded this into two. Like, just folded it into two. So this one, I'm going to open it in a way that is going to be like this, so that I'll be able to place it on the facing. So I opened it up like this. So this is the front part, right? This is the back part. So I've placed it on this one that I want to use to do the facing. Now I'm chalking the facing. So I'm just going to trace it out. So this is where the line stopped. So I'll just trace it out. So now I'll be adding 4 inches round. Because I'll still weave it. That's the neck part. I'll be using any gum to gum it. So I'll just trace out 4 inches round. Then here too, I'll come down by the 4 inches. Then trace it. To mix this. So when I'm sewing, I'll add button here. So I'll do like a small rope. I'll continue now with that. Side rope. So I just folded this into two. Just folded it into two. So I'll fold it again like this. So I'm going to make the wideness 2.5 inches. So by the time I sew it in, I'll sew half inch in, then half 2 inches for the wideness. So this is for the small rope that is to be at the side. So I'll make the length 8 inches. So by the time I sew, hold the half inch and everything, I should have like 6 inches for the total wideness. Shouldn't be too wide. So this is it for the two. For the This is for the neck rope. So I just made the wideness 2 inches, then made the length 3 inches. So, so guys, this is the sewing part. So I already ironed the fabric. So you can see this lines, this gated line. Those are the lines I will use to follow the fitting. So I also ironed the fitting too. I'm just going to place it So now the front of the two is going to be facing each other. So by the time I finish sewing it, this one is going to be inside like this. It's going to be tucked in. So I'll go ahead and place it neatly, then pin it down. So I'll sew it round like so. So I've pinned it down here, here, and here. So I'll start my sewing from here. So this tiny one that I folded before, I already like sewed it. So I had to stop this. Just realized I haven't sewed this. The first thing I'll first sew is this, so that I'll be able to tuck it in here. So as I'm sewing, the machine is like squeezing. I'm going to change the needle. That's why it's squeezing the cloth. So I'm going to change the needle because it's already bent. So I folded this into two. Like I did a stripe, just like I explained in the cotton. So now I'm going to fold it again because I want it tiny. I want it tinier. I'm just going to do it again. So, but you can cut 1 inch for the wideness instead of the 2 inches that I measured earlier. So then make the length 3 inches. So guys, I've changed the needle. So before I get up here, I'm going to tuck this in. I'll do it like this. Like it's not going to be it's not going to be like this. It's going to be on each other like this. That's I'm going to tuck it in. I just place it in like this, then that's ½ inch before the up. So I'll be able to sew it. So I'm going to hold in ½ inch of this thing too. So I'll just double stitch on that so that it doesn't move. So guys, I'm done sewing the neck part. So I sewed it ½ inch in, then I notched it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to top stitch on this facing part. So I just put it like this and top stitch on it. So guys, I'm done with the notching. That's the top stitching. So this is the back part. So I just started the top stitching from here. So I just did it round, then ended it here. So I did not top stitch to this part. I started from somewhere around there so that I won't end up holding anything in, so that it won't be squeezed. So this is how I top stitch. So I placed all the sewing on the facing, then sewed on it round. So after that, I'll just hem it. I'll add my hemming gum to it. When I'm ironing it, I'll just place the hemming gum underneath it, then place my iron on it. So the iron has to be steamy so that the hemming gum will last. So that's just it for the neck part. Okay, so this part I already sewed it. That's the side part, that's the side rope. So what I did was just hold ½ inch, then left a space here, like 1 inch space to tuck it out. So I continued the sewing like this. So after tucking it out, this is how it looks like. So that's just it for the part. So when you are bringing this out, you can use your needle to tuck it out so that everything will just come out neatly. That was what I did. So guys, I'm done with it too now. So this side is the parts that I notched earlier. So that's the half length that I reduced upward. So I had to chop it out because I had to weave the notch part out. So I've done the weaving of all the sides, then I did the weaving of the neck too, so that it will be neat. It won't be losing. So what I will just do is just place this on it, then sew it on the weaving part. So I made sure I notched, I chalked it out so that I'll know exactly where to start the sewing from. Okay, so guys, after sewing this, so I just placed it on the other side too. So this other side too, I've already chalked it out. I don't think the chalk is obvious. So I just placed it on it again too, like this. So just make sure it's straight. Then I'm going to sew on that too. Okay, so guys, I'm going to add Emmy gum here so that this place will be closed. That's when I'm ironing it. But now I've done the sewing. So this is how it looks on the inside. So on the outside it looks like this. So this is how it looks on the inside too. On the outside it looks like this. So you can also do the weaving, like when you are doing the weaving, you can also place your clothes like this, then weave it together. I should have done that, but when I was doing the weaving, I didn't do the video then, so I just thought I should add it later on and explain better. So when I'm weaving, I will just cut it out, like place the cloth on it, so there won't be need for me to like hold this place in. So I'll just weave it together with the cloth. So I could do that method, I could use that method, and I can also use this method too. So any method, it's fine. You can also use another method to fix the rope. So this is the line I drew earlier. This is the upper part and this is the down part. So I'll just place the rope on it like this. So you can also place the rope on it like this. Then you sew on it. You sew on it like this. So when you're done sewing on it, it should look like this after folding it. So let me just use pin to do that sample. So I'll pin it down. So after sewing it, you have something like this. So you can also use this method too to fix the rope. So after sewing it like this, I can now place the lace on it from the upper part. That's this upper part. I can place the lace on it. So what I'm going to do next is place my lace on it. So as for the sewing of the lace, I can place it, I can start from anywhere. So I'm just starting from this down part. So this is where the curved part ended. So I'm starting from here. So I'll just sew it straight. So just like take this out of the way, then continue my sewing. So I'll just do that round everything, then I'll show you the finished look after I'm done. Okay, so guys, I just want to quickly explain the curved part. So this is the down curved part. So when you're sewing this curved part, make sure you are releasing the cape, like you're making like excess, I mean the lace, sorry. So make sure you are releasing the lace, like you're making it excess on the main fabric, so that you don't end up having like a curved, like the lace will be folding up on that curved part if you don't use that method. So just make it excess. So that's what I did, just a quick explanation on that. Okay, so guys, this is the end part. So before I finish joining this, I'll just fold this like 2 times, then place it on this one that was there before. So just like sew on it. And that's it for the tutorial. So guys, this is the finished look after I was done ironing and fixing the Emmy gum and the button and everything. So this is how it looks after I was done. If you are yet to subscribe, please do so and like this video and please share so that other people too can learn from this tutorial. Thank you.